Yes, Apple launched the iPhone 15 series, and here are the things which I genuinely liked and things which I am definitely disappointed. Starting with major updates, we have the new display changes. Now every model of the iPhone 15s will get Dynamic Island as standard. Yes, it is a very subtle update, but definitely worth noticing. It's more useful for live activities. Moving on with the good things, finally Apple decided to finally move on from decade-long 12 megapixel to standard 48 megapixels. 48 MP cameras are now standard for iPhone 15 series. But the Pro and Pro Max gets faster aperture, that is f1.7 for main sensor. The iPhone 15 Pro series now comes with titanium frame for more durable lifespan and drop protection. But it's not that useful in real life as the glass is more fragile than the frame itself. Coming on to colors, no red color. Apple went to very subtle colors for Pro and even for non-Pro versions, that is this new blue color, black and titanium finish for the Pro versions, whereas non-Pro versions are featuring light pink, yellow, blue, black, green. Bezels now on each models has become more thin. Display on the other hand have improved significantly, from peak brightness ranging from 1600 nits to 2000 nits, which is double than last year. Now let's discuss the things which are kind of sketchy. Apple, as last year, has launched some features which are reserved only for the Pro versions. Starting with displays. The refresh rate on the standard non-Pro versions, even though having Dynamic Island, is still 60 Hz. Which for most people doesn't matter. But for people who are planning to buy iPhone for gaming, at least 90 Hz screen would have made sense. We know Apple does these things to keep up the difference between their standard and Pro versions. But for a phone costing more than 80,000 rupees, 60 Hz screen is kind of shame. As we saw in the previous years, the A16 Bionic Chip was introduced only for Pro versions. Apple tends to continue the suit. This year the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus would feature a 16 Bionic Chip, whereas only the Pro and Pro Max would enjoy the privilege of the new 3nm based A17 Pro chipset. Definitely, for non-Pro iPhones featuring the 60 Hz screen, A16 chipset is very capable. But not as efficient as a 17 because of fabrication technology difference between them. Moving on with the introduction of USB-C ports, only the Pro and Pro Max would have the capacity to feature transfer speeds up to 10 Gbps, which is now industry standard. Whereas iPhone 15 and 15 Plus just support the old USB 2 port, which means the data transfer speeds still remain 480 Mbps. Even after introducing the USB-C port, the iPhones still have the same 20 watts fast charging. Now coming on to most disappointing update. The periscopic lens. The 5x zoom lens has been made exclusively for 15 Pro Max version. Not even the iPhone 15 Pro gets the update. Apple says there was not enough room to fit the large lens in the Pro phone chassis, but we all know Apple could have done that with some changes. But Apple tends to be Apple, and we cannot expect more. Their main intention is to force people to buy their topmost models for latest features, which we all know is the Apple way of doing things. There is a new Airpods Pro Changes, which is just the Airpods Pro Gen 2 with same hardware, but with USB-C charging. Now let's sum up this video with some basic specs of the iPhones. iPhone 15 and 15 Pros would feature 48 MP main sensor with periscopic lens, only available in Pro Max. All the iPhones would feature USB-C charging, and only Pro versions actually capable of the faster data transfer speeds. The standard iPhone 15 and 15 Plus would feature 6 GB of RAM, whereas Pro and Pro Max have 8 GB. Ceramic shield is standard for all iPhones. Display on the other hand, standard iPhones will have 60 Hz screen and Pro versions will have 120 Hz, where Dynamic Island is standard. The action button is only present in Pro models, which can be customized to do any action ranging from changing the ringing profile to launch any apps or turn on any focus mode, or even to launch a Siri shortcut, which ultimately can be customized to anything. There is the addition of this new camera feature, which definitely is a game changer for content creators who keep regularly taking pictures. Now the camera reads the depth of the photo. As a result, you can convert a normal photo to a portrait one, even after clicking it in normal way and editing it in the Photos app, or you can change the focus on different subjects, which is definitely a welcome update. That's it for today, guys. Make sure to keep subscribed for tech-related updates and infos to reach you the earliest. That's it. This is Tech with Shady signing off. See you in the next one.